Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 29 of the Eagles Call podcast, featuring myself, of course, the founder Scarab, aka the sex addict, and my main man, Walshie. How are you doing today?
I'm incredibly upset, Joe. That's what I'm doing.
Do you want to explain to the people what happened last night then? First and foremost.
Alright. So Ubisoft, they did another one of their
No, I'm talking about what you did.
What did I do?
Because this is, of course, the second time we're recording this episode. Because a certain person didn't just turned his PC off straight after recording, and it didn't save.
No. Well, that was for the better, though, wasn't it? Because now we can have an hour and a half rant about Assassin's Creed.
It actually was, yeah. I am sad today, man. I am sad today.
Yeah, news come out last night. I was viscerally, embarrassingly angry and upset.
Yep.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
It's Joe, do you want to...
We're just gonna jump straight into it today.
The words can't come out of my mouth.
No intro. We're just... So, last night, Ubisoft's... Was it their... Okay, so I was gaming through this news. I was busy gaming. So I didn't fully see this news, right? But from what I can tell, Ubisoft had a conference call with their major investors. Is that about right?
Yeah, they do one of these each quarter, I think.
Yeah. And in a lot of news came out about that conference call. And to say the least, it was fairly depressing. So shout out to Daniel Ahmed? Daniel Ahmed?
The analyst guy?
Yes. At ZHugeX on Twitter, because he found all this information. So I think we just go through it.
It's readily accessible. It's on the Ubisoft website. If you want to find it.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, anyway, we'll just go through each little bit, and we'll talk about it.
I'll get the thing up.
So, first of all, Ubisoft ranked second leading publisher. I think that's behind EA. With Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs Legion, and Immortals Phoenix Rising, all in the top 7 best sellers on PS5 and Xbox Series X.
How the fuck did Immortals Phoenix Rising do that well?
Immortals Phoenix Rising is just a surprise. The other two aren't at all, because realistically, how many major AAA games came out for the PS5 and Xbox Series X?
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
There was 7 total games that came out, so...
Yeah, but then... What really fucks me off?
Yep.
Continuing transition to live service operations across all franchise. Don't you guys fucking love that? When you can't just buy a game and have that. Don't you like being leached for all of your fucking money?
Yeah, you have to play this game for 1,000 hours. And if you don't, then it's not worth. But
also, we're gonna lock half the content away behind a fucking paywall that even the season pass won't fucking be. What the fuck, man?
We'll get.
It's the beginning of the end. The beginning of the end was several years ago. But this is like Act 3 of the end.
Yeah, this is
the
start
fucking
of Act
climax.
3. Exactly.
We're on ground zero right now. This is fucked, man.
Ubisoft is the top 3rd publisher 2020. Just Dance 2020, the 8th bestseller. Okay, whatever. More people playing and spending more post-pandemic lockdown. No shit, everyone's stuck inside. December was the biggest month ever for Ubisoft, which, honestly, not a surprise. I mean, they released 3 games, 3 major games, during a pandemic where everyone is stuck inside.
Yeah.
I'm not massive. That's not massively shocking to me. Company has whatever numbers. Here it is though. Here's where we get to the important stuff. AC Valhalla, biggest AC game launch in history. Second best-selling game on next gen consoles.
I thought AC3 still sold more though.
I guess not. Oh well, biggest AC game launch. So I guess that's within the first 3 months or something.
Oh, in terms of unit sales, AC3 was still... I think they're counting microtransactions. I think it's just the gross they've made off Valhalla. Yeah.
Daily average users up 2 times compared to Odyssey in the same time frame. Now, this is what fucks me off. Okay, this is what fucks me off. And this is the start of what we're really going to get into. daily average users should not be a metric for a single-player game's success.
Facts.
Rainbow Six Siege, sure, you want a lot of daily average players. GTA Online, Call of Duty, you want a lot of daily average players. For Honor, you want a lot of daily average players. Do you know what does it? You don't need daily average players. Assassin's Creed, fucking The Witcher, God of War, Shadow of Mordor, fucking Spider-Man PS4. Daily average users is not a metric for a single player game, especially a story focused single player game. It's honestly because you could say like sports games, if someone plays it offline, you still want their daily average player base to be quite high, but this and at the same time it is it's just fucking sad, man.
Well, that's sad. It, is because all of those games you mentioned some fucking great games there. God of War, Witcher 3, Spider-Man PS4, right? Those games, those metrics won't have been counted. Those metrics won't have been counted from AC1 to Syndicate. The reason they're being counted is because they want to fucking hold on to you and your wallet for as long as is humanly possible.
Exactly.
It's not a finite one-time experience that is made to be good and sell because it's good, like a fucking Naughty Dog game. It is a game that is made to leech you of all your fucking money as much as is possible. That's why, like, buying all the armor sets on top of the game, right? You buy the game, season pass, buying all the armor sets then is like, what, £100-something?
Yeah.
Something fucking stupid.
That brings us to the next point, which is Valhalla is the biggest Ubi launch in terms of digital / add-on spending. And that brings us perfectly onto the big controversy surrounding Ubisoft this past week, which was spawned off a Reddit post, which it's been revealed, even though it was in plain sight, hiding in plain sight. The half of the armor and gear in Assassin's Creed Valhalla is locked behind a paywall. Half of it. Now this is
it's no small wall either.
Yeah,
it's
this
a fucking
just
lot
a
of
paywall.
money.
Each of these sets costs somewhere in the realm of $15, right? And there's
That's
9 of them.
fucking ludicrous.
There's 9 of them, right? So you want to do some quick maths real quick? 15 times 9,
15 by 9 is £135.
£135, which is more than any edition of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, if I'm right, apart from like the statues.
Yeah. No, so, the big statue one was like 100. The big statue one was less than that, I think.
So to get every single piece of armor and gear in the game, right? Which in every other game in the series apart from Origins and Odyssey, you have to spend more than any version of the game. So you could have bought the Ultimate Edition or the Legend Edition, whatever you call it, for around $100, right?
Yeah.
And then you could have bought every piece of gear and armor in the game, right? And that's $135. And then on top of that, they have XP boosters, time savers, right? Mm-hmm. Time savers. That is another one that pissed me off. And a few weeks ago, they also changed the game's mechanics so that it's significantly more difficult in order to push those time savers, in order to push those XP boosters. So, in total, right, at max, Ubisoft could be making $250 to $300 out of someone who buys these games.
That's fucking stupid.
It costs 3 times more. No, it costs more than 3 times the price of the base game to get everything that's included in the game. So when people talk about games coming out unfinished, you can... Oh, Unity came out unfinished.
Which Valhalla did, for the record.
Unity came out unfinished and unpolished. Oh, yeah, and, Valhalla has come out with, essentially, $150 worth of content not in the game. Not accessible to the people who want to play it.
Fuck me. Jesus wept.
Painful.
Fucking hell.
It's painful, especially when you compare
I don't like that.
Speaking of Unity, right?
It's Orwellian, Joe.
Unity,
it's not good.
Unity, for all its flaws, right, does you know, it has microtransactions, right? And it was the first Assassin's Creed game that started pushing them, and people got annoyed at that. But the thing about Unity is
as
that
they should be.
Every single piece of customization in that game you can get whilst just having the base game. I know that for a fact because I've done it, and I know that Jack's done it way too many times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every single piece of gear armor in that game, every single piece of content in that game, you can access for the base cost of the game. And that is how every single player game should be. Single player games should not have microtransactions in the first place, right? But if they're going to, you need to at least have it to be possible, right? To be possible to experience this content. And if you let these practices go on, if you keep saying things like, oh, if you don't like it, don't buy it, that's just going to lead to this happening more, and it has led to this happening more. You know, it started with Origins, and people complained, and then some people were like, oh, don't, if you don't like it, don't play it. And then in Odyssey, it got worse. And now in Valhalla, we're at the point where nearly half of the customization, nearly more than half the customization is locked behind a paywall.
That's fucking and there's no reason for it to be.
It's just
it's not bundled with any sort of DLC. It's not like you buy a DLC and then there's like in this big expansion there's like exclusive outfits there. You are just buying an outfit for 15 fucking pounds. You could buy the fucking hidden ones for less than half that price. That's fucking mental. That is.
You could buy Rainbow Six Siege for that price, and you can unlock everything in Rainbow Six Siege without paying a dime.
Yeah, if you go to CEX, you can buy Assassin's Creed 1 to 4 for less than that, and those games are actually good, and they actually fucking work, besides 3.
It's also frustrating because, like, take DLC, for example, right? When DLC first became a thing, when paid DLC first became a thing, 2005 to 2010, people were a little bit annoyed, right? Because they felt that games were coming out somewhat unfinished. And some games did do that with DLC. But DLC at least costs the company, something to produce, They need to hire actors, writers, they need to do more mocap, they need to do all this. These fucking outfits that you can get, okay, you need to hire a designer who's already designed 9 other outfits in the game. It doesn't cost them anything. It's like Xbox. It doesn't cost them anything.
You're selling a fucking day's work for £15. You know how many great games you can buy for £15?
That's a fact. You know what? Right now, I don't care if this... maybe this will get me blacklisted, right? But I'm gonna... Hold up. £15 games.
You got fucking Sonic Mania, you got Cuphead.
I'm gonna try find some, Instead of buying a DLC, instead of buying one of these armor packs, instead of feeding into this, right?
Yeah.
What I want everyone to go do is buy a fucking video game for £15. Okay, the first one that comes up is Far Cry New Dawn, so that's not a good example. But anyway, you get my point. Borderlands 3, there. Go buy Borderlands 3 instead of buying a fucking Draugr pack in Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah.
And the way they balance Helix credits as well is pathetic.
Fucking know, with Helix credits...
They don't even try to hide it.
It's such a fucked economy because it is always going to cost you... You're always paying more than what it costs to get what you want.
Yeah.
It's fucking
they'll do like...
stupid.
They'll give you 200, but then, you need to pay 250 for the cheapest piece of whatever.
Yeah.
And even sports games, like NBA 2K, for example, is known for terrible business practices. They've got this virtual currency, right? But even NBA 2K know that if you buy the Ultimate Edition or the Legend Edition or whatever they call it, they give you like 100,000, 150,000 of this virtual currency to spend, so you can actually acquire the content in the game if you've paid extra for the game, right? I've got the Ultimate Edition of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, right? I think, or the Gold Edition.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, the only thing that the season pass has got me so far is one mission. As far as I know.
I think that was a pre-order bonus anyway, the Beowulf one.
Oh, was it a pre-order one? So it wasn't even... Okay, so it wasn't
Don't quote me on that
Fair
just
enough.
yet.
But, like... It's truly disgusting. I'd say that Ubisoft at this point are worse than EA when it comes to...
Oh, it is the season pass,
it comes to malicious business practices. I would honestly say they're worse than EA.
By fucking far these days.
Because at least, sorry, yeah, you go.
No, I was just gonna say they are a company who, in every way, is fucking. Ubisoft don't do anything right. They don't treat their employees well. They don't treat their consumers well, and they don't make good fucking games. What are we getting out of Ubisoft?
Yeah.
Why do we still buy their games?
Yeah, the value for money isn't there anymore. The value for money isn't there.
Yeah, and someone on the AC subreddit last night was like, "Fuck it, hold on, let me find it." They made this.
It's so abundantly clear at this point as well why Assassin's Creed Valhalla is 50 to 75 to 100 hours. It has nothing to do with the creative intent of the people making this game. It has nothing to do with that. And as much as they'll dress it up, it doesn't need to be that long, and it's so abundantly clear why it's that long. It's that long so that people will buy time savers, so that people will buy XP boosts, so that people will buy packs, so that people will so that they'll get their daily average up. It plays. It's truly built like a fucking free-to-play MMORPG. That's how it's built to play. Yeah. It's built to play like Raid Shadow Legends. And no disrespect to Raid Shadow Legends, because it's a free game, so having microtransactions is like, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with having microtransactions in a free-to-play game. But Assassin's Creed Valhalla is not a free mobile game. It's a fully priced AAA game that a lot of people spent $100 on. That's pathetic. Anyway, what were you saying about the Reddit post?
Right, I'll find this.
Okay.
There is, on the Assassin's Creed subreddit, there's this post with over 6,000 upvotes, which is fucking high for that subreddit.
Jeez.
It's got like a 90% a like to dislike ratio, which again for this subreddit is quite fucking good.
Yeah.
And it's titled "Ubisoft no longer deserve to have their games bought at full price," and I would entirely agree.
Absolutely.
Right. The description is, not when they keep selling us games that aren't fully finished. Valhalla wasn't fully finished. Not when they keep locking content behind paywalls and microtransactions. Yeah. Not when they keep sacrificing the core essence of their franchise for mainstream bullshit. Fuck yes. And he says, that's it for me. I'm no longer buying a Ubisoft game at a full price, Assassin's Creed or otherwise. We have the power to make them change their ways. We just need to use it. He's spitting fucking facts. I'm going to link you this.
That's spot on.
And like, it's 6,500 upvotes in a day.
I might be on that boat as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Paying full price for a Ubisoft game is not worth it anymore. And it hasn't really been worth it for years, but...
What reason is there to fund Ubisoft? They're morally bankrupt, creatively bankrupt, and they treat their consumers like pure shit.
Not only pure shit, but also they treat us like idiots. They treat the people who support them like idiots. You know, you know, like the way they introduced the Helix store a month after the game release, so that it wasn't in any reviews. The way they sneakily made the game more difficult level-wise and also added XP boosters at the same time. The way they've been slowly adding these fucking terrible packs slowly over time to make it seem like it's just one at a time, when really half of the content is locked behind a paywall. And customization has always been a major part of Assassin's Creed. From not always, but from Assassin's Creed 2 onwards. From AC2 onwards, customization was always one of my favorite parts of Assassin's. I don't know about you, but it was always one of my favorite parts of Assassin's Creed. Black Flag, AC2, and Unity especially. Customization was always such an integral part of the games, and the fact that it's now you know, you have to pay, or you're stuck with generic Viking outfit number 1 or generic outfit number 2, or terrible fucking mentor gear, whatever it's called. No, I'm thinking of the hidden ones gear, the green one with the fucking swirls. It's just infuriating, and it's repulsive, scummy business practice that doesn't deserve to be supported in any way.
No.
But not just don't support it. You need to actively speak out against it, or it won't stop. That's the difference.
Yeah, I'm thinking of, after like this Reddit post, this chat uses this guy. I can't, his fucking username I can't read, but like this fucking Reddit. I think I want to do like a video about this once I'm done on Black Flag, because this is fucked, man. But like, the worst thing about the outfits is, not only shouldn't they exist, and not only is it half of the armor sets in the game, people are saying they're like the best statistically. They have the best attributes. Yeah. And I made this comparison to you yesterday. That's the equivalent of AC2 locking the armor of Altair behind a fucking paywall.
Exactly.
Well, obviously that's different, because there's like, you know, fucking.
Is it different?
It's not just an armor set.
Is it different though?
It's different. It's different in the sense that the armor of Altair isn't just an armor set. Like, it's more important than that. There's missions around it. But then it's the best. It's
Armor
the
of Brutus, or the one in Revelations.
Yeah.
Those don't have the same meaning as the armor of Altair, but they're still integrated into the game with interesting purpose. You know, even the armor that you can find in the world of Assassin's Creed Valhalla is fucking boring, man. Like, you know, obviously going to the burrows and finding the hidden ones outfits is fun, but other than that, it's just like, oh, let me just find this legendary sword stuck in a wall. Let me find fucking Mjolnir, actual Mjolnir, just chilling about, you know. Whereas like in Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, finding the gear in 3, I fucking love. No, it's not the gear, it's the ring. But anyway, like, they crafted interesting content around these pieces of gear, which made them rewarding. And I feel like Ubisoft have no concept of not risk versus reward, just reward anymore. They have no concept of reward in their game. Like, it's so hard to play a Ubisoft game other than Rainbow Six Siege and feel genuinely rewarded for the time you put in.
That's a fucking great point, right? Because like, playing through AC2 was a game I'd play through again and again and again, because like, my time wasn't wasted. I'd feel rewarded by like fucking set pieces, big story payoffs. I'd feel rewarded for putting time into the side content and getting these outfits and these weapons, whatever, right? But with the new business model, these games are spread to fuck, and the majority of the content that would be a reward in prior games isn't a reward. It's bought. Yeah. And not for a fucking cheap price either.
Yeah. It's the price is also just honestly fucked me off. And real quick, I just want to say, obviously, none of our frustration here is directed at the devs or the people who are working creating this stuff.
Well, it never is. It's always Ubisoft at an executive level.
But just to be clear, like, it's the suits at Ubisoft, as Eddie would say, you know, and Chefs would say. It's the suits at Ubisoft that are making this happen. The devs, I think, I think especially with Valhalla, the devs have done a good job with what they've been handed, you know, the situation they've been put in. So I have a lot of respect for the devs because they've been able to do that. You know, the fact that it was clear that the Ubisoft suits wanted this game to be 100 hours long, and the devs were able to make a decent chunk of that genuinely great, in my personal opinion, genuinely great, I think is impressive. So shout out to the devs. But the suits that control things are so out of touch with the gaming industry. They're very in touch with how to make money, that's for sure. But they're so out of touch with what actually creates a long-lasting, successful franchise.
Yeah,
and it's so sad to see, because you mentioned yesterday that what Ubisoft used to be were innovators. They used to be they used to be the publisher that the other publishers looked up to and were like, we want to be like them. People copied what Ubisoft did. People were like, Ubisoft, yeah, they've probably made something great. You know, a new Ubisoft game comes out, you assume there's going to be something somewhat revolutionary in there. And over time, it's so strange because it's the same people in charge, but it's like they've transformed into this faceless corporate fucking mess. And obviously they're always a corporation, but like it's so weird to see, because take something like Nintendo, for example. Nintendo have gone through a lot of changes because of the changes in management. So like back in the 90s, early 2000s, they had suits higher ups, and that's why, you know, they made consoles that weren't compatible with any other console and were ridiculously hard to develop for. And then they brought in what's their fucking names? You know who I'm talking about.
What, like Reggie?
Reggie and other guy that
yeah, because he's a gamer.
Yeah, and they were in touch with the industry, and you know they brought out the DS, the Wii, and the Nintendo Switch, which are three of the most successful gaming consoles of all time. You know, but that was because of a change in management. Whereas Ubisoft have had the very similar management for 15 years, and they've gone from one extreme to the other. They've gone from a revolutionary, innovative publisher to a faceless corporate copycat, and it's so strange.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, wow, that was a rant. Moving on though, more in the conference call.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so Watch Dogs Legion was the 4th best-selling game on next-gen consoles, which, I mean, impressive, but like I said, you know, what games have come out on next-gen consoles?
Yeah,
games
exactly.
2020.
Well, Ubisoft executives just see fucking buzzwords, and they don't think about circumstance whatsoever. Yeah, it's like engagement is another one.
Yeah, the context matters. Like, you've got, Cyberpunk, fucking, what else? Spider-Man Spider-Man Miles Morales, Valhalla, and then...
Like Cold War?
Watch Dogs Legion, Cold War, yeah, it's like, there isn't exactly... There's like 10, 11 games that have come out this year. That have come out for the next-gen consoles. So, that's not that much. Immortals Phoenix Rising has a high positive sentiment. Honestly, that's kind of cool to see, in my opinion.
Yeah, people actually like. It's not for me. It's for like Odyssey fans. But I'm glad it's been made its own franchise.
That's exactly the thing. And Ubisoft Quebec clearly had an idea, because if you look at Immortals Phoenix Rising, it's basically Odyssey with a different coat of paint. But like Ubisoft Quebec clearly had an idea in mind that they wanted to create, and it's nice that not only they got that chance to do it, and create this new IP, but the people are seemingly enjoying it. That is nice to see. It was annoying when it was Assassin's Creed, because it was such a meaningful franchise. But I just feel happy for the devs. You know, their game's doing well. So
yeah, exactly. Like, I've got no investment in that, so like even if it was something I don't like, I don't care, or I don't need to care.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and good for them. Good for
QP. Shout out. And then Just Dance. Yep, more Just Dance. Cool. I can't believe that's still coming out. Rainbow Six Siege, which I've been jumping back on recently, and I need you to jump back on, Jack.
Alright.
Rainbow Six Siege has surpassed 70 million players, adding 50 million over 12 months. That's wild to me. It seemed like Rainbow was dying for a while. I don't know about you, but it seemed like it was going to die. And they really just keep trucking on.
See, but Siege is another one where it's just littered with microtransactions, but like it's not the I don't like them in Siege. I don't like them anywhere really.
Yeah.
But like in Siege, they're not locking content that should be there away from you. It's like weapon skins and shit.
Yeah, I feel like they're a lot less predator.
That's how I'd put it.
I think like because you can buy like operators and stuff. But Siege is so perfectly balanced that no matter who you use, you can win, right? So it's not pay to win in any way. Like you said, the microtransactions are all there, and also they've dropped the price of the game to like $15. So, I mean, having the microtransactions there, I don't see anything Like, it's not ideal, but
No, but it's better than Valhalla
yeah.
for sure.
And that's what happens when you give a dev studio complete creative control of
With Siege, it's sort of to be expected. Like the microtransactions in that game from like
exactly.
Overwatch, CS:GO, it's fucking typical.
Yeah, it's built
but Valhalla, Valhalla's a fucking outlier. Like microtransactions of that scale in a single player. Who else is doing that?
Have
Who
we
else
actually
has done
seen that? Yeah, that's what I was gonna. Have we actually seen this level, like Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla? Have we seen this level of microtransactions in any single player game? Because I can't think of any.
I remember in like fucking it was Morrowind. They had like a horse skin, and people were really pissed off about that. But now,
to be fair, Shadow of War also did it, but
yeah, that's fucked also.
Shadow of War.
I can't think of many games that have done it.
Yeah, it's astounding. Negative impact of esports, yep, obviously. And here we reach the other big one, which has got both me and you sad. Very, very sad. Jack, do you want to read it?
Which
the big one.
Ubisoft says that the switch to RPG focus, it's not worded very well, on Assassin's Creed led to steep rise in player engagement for Odyssey and Origins. What the fuck do you mean? These games 1,000-hour fucking these games are made. Engagement in a game like this isn't like groundbreaking. That's not like mental. These games are made to waste your time.
Yeah, I mean, like James said, it's inflated engagement. But to these higher ups, that doesn't matter, because like you said, they care about the buzzwords. And
yeah,
it's like, yeah, breaking a record for engagement, you're going to do that when your game is the longest game of all time. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, obviously, people are going to be more engaged with Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, because they're like 3-4 times the length of a Syndicate or a Unity.
Yeah.
Like, fucking more than that even. It's engagement means that's not a quantifier of anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. It's just a buzzword. But I think we all know what it means though. Going forward.
Well, yeah, because they said they want to continue, games as a service. Yeah. Nobody fucking likes that. Nobody. Who likes that?
Nobody.
Yeah.
So Assassin's Creed. I've given up hope. I had hope. I had a tad of hope. It's gone. It's done. It's over.
Is this it for you?
It might be. I'm verging on that. I've lost. I mean, Valhalla. Obviously, I was in the camp of I had no expectations. I expected Valhalla to be bad, and I was glad that it was good.
I don't think it was good.
But I was okay with that because I thought that afterwards they'd be switching up the direction.
Well, yeah, this is me. This is where I'm at. I was like, I think Valhalla will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a mediocre game.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever. And then going into next gen, that's where I thought things could. I never thought they would entirely drop like every RPG feature because they've done so well. But I thought, right, maybe considering the success of single player games in the last few years, they'll like not single player games but more like narrative linear games that are like 10, 15, 20 hour experiences. They will, make something more like a Red Dead 2 or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like they're continuing with the fucking current business model because it's done so well. Yeah. Like I get the engine will change, but like
but it's still going to be RPG focused from
yeah. So it. Well, no, I'm not even sure the engine will change that much. Like I'm sure it'll change.
But I mean, it's been successful.
Yeah, and this is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
like with Assassin's Creed, for the last few years it has had zero identity, and it's been selling off of... Assassin's Creed fans have obviously bought it because it's Assassin's Creed, because it has that title. But with a game like Odyssey or Valhalla, they've marketed it towards people who like the setting, people who want to buy a Greek fantasy game, people who want to, you know, be a Viking, right? Hence the fucking hashtag and all that shit. But what's going to happen is Assassin's Creed fans now, generally, as you'll see on places like the Assassin's Creed subreddit or on, like, amongst people like us, Assassin's Creed fans don't fucking like this. And when you have no backbone to sell your games off, that's when your series is bound to fail. If Assassin's Creed keeps going on like this, with no identity, with no palpable core, it's gonna fucking crash and burn.
I think this is the identity now. I think that's what this means.
Ubisoft don't care about identity. It means nothing to them.
No, but I'm saying I think this is where they're set on this. They're set on the RPG.
Yeah, I agree. And it's fucking stupid.
It's frustrating because the success parameters that they put it in aren't there because it's an RPG, right? Like you said, I've just looked it up, and Assassin's Creed 3 is far and away still the highest selling, units-wise, the highest selling Assassin's Creed game. Mm-hmm. But Ubisoft are going by the gross margins, you know? Ubisoft are going by the engagement. Ubisoft are going by the daily average players. And by those metrics, these games are doing better purely because these games are fucking stuffed to the brim. These games are so inflated. So it's impossible for... Like, if Assassin's Creed 3 had a 100-hour story, then, you know, it would have the same thing. So it's not the thing says Ubisoft says that the switch to the RPG focus led to a steep rise in player engagement. I don't think it was the switch to the RPG focus that did that. I think it was just the way they structured it so that it was fucking 100 hours long with rampant microtransactions, and it's like
Well, the thing is, what this means now is that because they've made the game fucking long, and that's caused engagement, because apparently that's fucking arbitrary here, but to Ubisoft it's great. Because there's that, and because it's made more money than any other AC game, they're just going to keep pushing the boat out further. Yeah. They're going to add more rampant microtransactions, and they're going to make these games more artificially bloated. That's what this means, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep going with epic settings that a vast majority of people know. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a fantasy AC game.
I wouldn't fucking put it past them, because Ubisoft do not care about Assassin's Creed as a franchise. They don't care. They're not making money off Assassin's Creed fans now.
Yeah, I think it's done. And yeah, Basim's story is going to be wrapped up in the DLC, and we're just going to get another cycle of mediocre content.
Yeah, if this is the entirety of it, like if the next gen starts and it's just this again, because I don't like this trilogy at all. As a trilogy, I fucking hate it. Don't hate it, but like
I do.
Don't like it at all.
I hate it.
I hate
it now. I wouldn't have hated it if it was going to change in the future, but it's not going to change in the future.
Yeah, well, this is it. If the next fully next-gen game is just this, and the next 5-7 years of Assassin's Creed are just these shit, fucking bloated, greedy, heartless experiences, then I'm fucking done. I don't like this at all.
I'll get one more. And if it's... I can take one more RPG Assassin's Creed. The likes of Valhalla.
If it's this again, then I don't think I will.
If it's this long, if it's as long as Valhalla, then no. But
it'll be longer than Valhalla.
Yeah, it might be. But there's a possibility that they try and make it just a full-on game as a service.
Yeah, Yeah, there is.
Like, they're, because they were talking a while ago about making a Unity inside an Odyssey, making a bunch of different stories within a game, and then, making it everlasting. They want to make it fucking World of Warcraft. That's what they want to do. They want to just release this game for a full price, and then keep releasing full price expansions on top of that.
Mm.
And they're doing it with their most successful franchise because it has name value.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's Assassin's Creed is nothing more than a name anymore. It hasn't been for years, and it will be less than that. Because the thing is, with Valhalla, you have a team that if, under the right circumstances, could have made one of the better AC games, right? Yeah. Or one of, like, the top 5.
Yeah.
But, like, now, going forward, because the next few games will be made by fucking Toronto or, like, Quebec.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much hope, really.
I don't know there's a Toronto
Now,
team.
Toronto did Watch Dogs, but they're meant to be doing one of the next ACs. I think it's more likely it'll be another Montreal team. And I think probably Baptizat will direct it. Or whatever, however the fuck you say.
If you can't tell, I can tell.
I can tell, Joe, because I feel it too.
I just feel empty. That's what it is. I just feel empty. And I went back, and I watched through some old AC1 and AC2 and AC Brotherhood videos and Revelations, and it's gone. It's done.
Yeah.
We're never getting that again, and I'm ready to accept that now. We're never getting that. We're never getting the original quadrilogy. We're never getting Unity. We're never getting Black Flag. We're never getting 3.
Well, this is the thing, is if they had just ended it right with some fucking dignity, if they gave Assassin's Creed an actual ending, fine. My problem's not that they don't make games like they used to anymore. My problem is they make games like Odyssey, like Valhalla, games that don't deserve the name Assassin's Creed, and they're just going to continue to drive it into the fucking ground. If it was another Ubisoft franchise, I wouldn't care because I expect it of them. It's because it's the Assassin's Creed franchise that it fucks me off so much.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. It's yeah. It's done. It's done.
Don't say that.
It's done for me, I think, with this news, and who knows?
Is it?
I'm not fully on the I'm never playing it again. If the next game is announced and it is an actual Assassin's Creed game, who knows? If it is, then great. I'll definitely play it, and I'm sure I'll love it. I don't think it's going to happen, though. And what's certainly not going to happen is ever returning to what we had back originally. So.
Whoa. Oh.
I'm just holding out hope for an AC1 remaster.
I'm not, because I know they'll fuck it up. They will
I don't think
indefinitely fuck it up.
The worst, nah. I think they're more likely to just make it a port with with better graphics than they are to fuck it up.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Because they don't care
fuck
about
it up.
AC1, so.
Well, yeah, that'd be a fucked up remaster. Like, I want a remake. No, I fucking don't. Not from Ubisoft. I don't want shit from Ubisoft. Ubisoft, I don't fucking. I'm done with Ubisoft.
Fair enough.
Nah.
You're
I don't know.
there. You're at the point where it's make or break, I think is what.
Yeah, well that's it. Where I'm like, I am at the end of.
Yeah.
I'm at the end of my tether. I'm on
exactly.
the last fibre of my tether with Ubisoft.
I'm the same.
Right?
It's like the next announcement is make or break for me.
We'll see. If it was like this fucking Richard of, which I don't think it is. If it was some cross-gen game, and it was just another Valhalla, I wouldn't care that much. It's the next-gen game where all my hope has been placed since way before Valhalla.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the announcement that it's make or break. And
I don't like this because I love Assassin's Creed, man.
I mean, I almost gave up when the first Valhalla trailer came out. I made the problem with Assassin's Creed Valhalla about the trailer, and I was like, yeah, this is another RPG like Odyssey. And I was at the point where I was like, I'm done, I'm not buying it, but I don't know.
Yeah. Even
Moving
if it
on.
was another Valhalla, I couldn't do another fucking Valhalla because I don't.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you don't like
Anyway.
Valhalla.
No, I don't like Valhalla.
I couldn't do another Valhalla because I know that it's not going to be. It's not going to be as. They can't pull off Valhalla again. Valhalla.
I wouldn't want them to pull off Valhalla again. I don't.
Valhalla, to quote the man Ethan, aka Fishy, in my opinion, is, they made the best of a terrible situation. That's for me. And
Yeah, they made the best of a bad situation, and it's still bad. Like.
Yeah.
Valhalla is the best Assassin's Creed. It is gonna be. Valhalla is gonna be better than Assassin's Creed over the next few years.
Yeah, and
I don't like Valhalla, so
it's tough. It's tough. Moving on from the depression.
You can never do that, Joe. Not
so
when
sad,
you're
man.
an
It's so
Assassin's
sad.
Creed YouTube.
Ubisoft
Yeah,
says it
fucking
is ramping up production of free-to-play games. Terrible idea. Hyperscape flopped. Working on partner mobile with Tencent. Cool. Says that
New AC mobile game. You excited for that?
Wait, is that real?
Yeah, that is real.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a new AC mobile game coming out.
Oh, can you explain this?
All we know is there's a new AC mobile game on the Unreal 4 coming out.
Oh, is there no other?
No, that's literally it. It's not been officially announced.
Oh,
but it's
no,
coming.
I think it has.
What was it announced here? I don't mean like a trailer's dropped.
No, but there's an image attached to it.
I don't think the image is real.
I mean, it was posted by
with the Japanese text.
It was posted by the ones who came before, so.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a real image from you, like a promo image. I mean,
it seems like, I don't know. I mean, it came from Daniel Ahmed.
Yeah, but that doesn't look. I don't care about the IC mobile. I'm not.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's weird. That's weird. Yeah, no, Hyperscape flopped, and don't make free-to-play games. Ubisoft.
I saw someone on the AC subreddit, mate, because there was something in that meeting about somewhere that Ubisoft were trying to fucking put themselves on the map of the Chinese market, and I think that's why that game has Chinese text on it. And there was
I figured it was just a leaked promo image from Japan or China.
No, but they're meant to be digging into that market.
Okay.
And so there was a comment that I saw on the AC subreddit, Ubisoft are going to make CCP propaganda. People, we're at the point now.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either.
I wouldn't be surprised. Post-Brexit London. He plays a modern-day assassin, working for the CCP, infiltrating Houses of Parliament, blow them up. But yeah, no, and they also said that it will build this new Star Wars game on the Snowdrop engine. I've never heard of the Snowdrop engine.
That's the Division engine, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, that's less than ideal, but fair enough. And yeah, after that, most of it's just mobile and more generic buzzwords, they want to have AAA quality games on mobile to expand its existing franchises. That obviously means Assassin's Creed. Yeah. Pain.
Yeah.
How
have you seen the Abstergo pack from Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, that's my I hope we get that in Valhalla. I like that one.
Days. I swear there already is one. Is there not?
In Valhalla?
Oh no, there's not. But yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. It's just so spot on to the core identity of the series.
I don't want to.
How
I
you
wish
feeling?
Assassin's Creed never came into my life. That's how I'm feeling, Joe.
Yeah, that's a mood.
Why couldn't I have gotten into a fucking sport instead of Assassin's Creed? Could you imagine if I got into like fucking football instead of Assassin's Creed when I was like
You
6?
worked for Arsenal TV.
No, but like I'm
Being
just
serious,
saying,
man. I'm being serious. Sadio Mane is the best football player in the world.
I've put thousands of hours into this fucking series and it feels wasted.
But isn't anything you do a waste of time? Big brain.
That's fun. Let's do Eagles Call
yeah.
philosophy since we're in the mood.
I think we should eventually do Eagles Call philosophy, but maybe not just depressing.
It doesn't have to be depressing.
Well, it does when you say, "Oh yeah, everything I do is a waste of time."
Yeah, well I don't think it is.
Fair enough.
I don't think there needs to be some big end goal in life. I think that's bullshit.
You're spitting facts. You're spitting facts.
Yeah, no, that's like that Joe Rogan episode a year ago, where he was like, "Oh, video games, man. What do you get out of that?" And it's like, "Oh, it's a fucking escape, isn't it? It's relaxation.
Not everything.
What do you
has to
get
be...
out of doing fucking DMT or like
Exactly. It's similar. It is escapism because everyone needs a certain, everyone needs escapism to a certain extent. Art has always existed. Sport has always existed. That's what these things are.
Does true love exist, Joe?
Does true love exist?
Yeah.
That's too vague a question. What do you mean?
No,
true
but that's
love?
just one of the classic philosophy things that people ask.
What do you mean true love though?
I don't know. It's just one of those fucking things. Does it exist?
I don't know if I believe in love.
Oh, fuck it. Get off. No, it's a chemical reaction. You can't not believe in love.
No. I believe you can love someone. But I don't think of love as a force, I guess. I don't think there's any... I don't know, like, you can love someone. But it's not like... I don't know how to describe it. I think there can be certain energies of sorts that pull certain people together, but I don't think those are fixed. I think very little in this world is fixed. So true love, I guess, doesn't make any sense. I think it's fluid at all times. So I think like at one moment you could be in complete true love, and at another moment you could not, and it's so yeah, weird question.
That's fucking weird, man.
But
Can we just...
Yeah, going back to the whole everything you do is pointless thing. I mean, it's like the story of Sisyphus. Do you know the story
fuck's
of Sisyphus?
sake. Alright, here's Joe, the Reddit philosopher, to tell you the story of Sisyphus.
Well, I won't tell the entire story.
Let's go.
Surely you've seen the image of the guy pushing the rock endlessly up the mountain.
No, I don't think.
Okay. Well, Sisyphus was, from what I'm trying to remember, right? Because I don't want to go and read the whole thing. But basically, he was a dickhead who was very self-aggrandizing and thought he was like the best and was like, oh yeah, I'm the most important dude, and he was deceitful and he was just a dickhead, right? So was it Zeus? No, it must have been Zeus. Punished him by making him push a boulder up a hill for eternity, just constantly pushing it up an endless hill. And
what happened if he stopped?
Well, the boulder obviously crushed him.
Well, surely death's a better option than endless slavery.
Well, that's the question. Is death better than endless, monotonous improvement? Because it's endless improvement, and the question is,
it's improvement in a sense, but like it's not intrinsic.
But the point is that everything we do is essentially pushing that rock up, pushing that boulder up the hill, up the endless hill.
I don't think that's a good analogy.
You don't?
I disagree. No, because like the thing is, as I say, That's not intrinsic. He's not doing that for him. He's
But-
pushing the rock to carry on living so that he can keep pushing the rock. There's no benefit for him or
Yeah,
like
but do you
it's
not?
inhuman.
But do you not work, or do you not do things? Do you not spend time with people for the purpose of spending more time with people, or working more, or improving more? You know?
No, but with people, that's something I enjoy doing. Like it's human. You need to like socialize and to like love people. But pushing a rock, it's just endless labor.
But it's not. But it is the point more so is that there isn't ever an end point of what you do. There's never some peak of the mountain that you'll reach and everything will suddenly like materialize and be perfect. There is no utopia. You do things.
Yeah.
You do things essentially for the sake of doing things. You live so that you can live. You work. You work a 9-to-5 job so you can get a promotion at some point, and then in that promotion you keep working to then get another promotion. You make YouTube videos to get subs so you can get more subs, so you can get more views, so you can get more subs. You spend time with people. I went back to that example, but like, you go out and socialize with the purpose of meeting new people so you can go out and socialize more. It's all so I think saying that that something you do has no meaning or is purposeless. Even like playing games is another example. You play games for that feeling of enjoyment, but that feeling of enjoyment is never going to be everlasting. You're never going to reach a point where you're like, okay, I'm done. I've reached the peak of playing games or watching films or whatever. So I think that's where I think of the analogy, but I understand what you mean.
I'm not doing it in pursuit of a peak or a flat line.
Yeah.
I'm just doing it because these are things I want to do with no real goal.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that last point, like, I get what you said. The fact that it's obviously labor is, that's a fair point.
I would just drop the rock in that scenario.
But the point that there is no goal, that's kind of the point. You keep going because that's what people do. That's what humans do. They keep on going.
Yeah. We don't need it. Goals are unhealthy.
And suicide, in excess. And suicide there in the story of Sisyphus is an option.
Yeah.
If it gets too much, then it is a fair option, and if you truly feel that way, you can take the out. But it's the fact that he doesn't. The fact that he keeps going is a testament.
What
to
a
human
fucking tool!
Is a testament to human nature.
That's just fucking stupid. Fuck Sisyphus.
Human will. Fair enough, but that's just what I think. I like the
fucking
story.
Yeah.
It's like Atlas. It's like Atlas holding up the world as well. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, Atlas
holding up the world. That's Hercules. That's Disney Hercules right there.
I don't.
Nah, surely Atlas held up the world in the Odyssey.
No. Where's this from?
You don't even know Greek mythology? What are you, fucking idiot?
Oh, this is why I didn't like Odyssey. Yeah. I should have watched Hercules first. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Atlas was tasked with holding up the earth and the seas. Have you never seen Hercules?
I have seen Hercules in school, but I don't remember that bit.
Ah, fair enough.
I just remember the bit where like he goes in the water and he becomes old.
Is he in Hercules? I swear he's in Hercules. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do leg day. Anyway, that was a massive side tangent. That's the variation of the Eagle's Call. We can go from complaining about Ubisoft to deep philosophical discussion.
I like philosophy because you like know about that shit. I don't.
Yeah, I'm really interested in it. Do you know what I hate? Norse mythology. I fucking despise it. I find it so boring and uninteresting. No disrespect if you like it, but
I just don't care about mythology.
Fair enough. Well, no, you do.
Get to me.
You do. Depends what you define as mythology.
Well, yeah, in the classical sense of mythology, when you're talking about like myths and legends.
But like you can
that's
argue
why it's
that
mythology. It's myths.
But those myths are universal. You can find those myths in the MCU. You can find them in fucking Batman. You can find it in Love Actually. You can find it in whatever. Like you can
What
find.
are you talking about?
You can find those myths and archetypal stories everywhere.
Yeah, but it's been like reskinned and redesigned and
Yeah,
shit.
for a more so
I'm
it's
saying that
more
aesthetic doesn't appeal to me.
But then, at the time when these stories were, quote unquote, initially told, that was what was like. That was the popular form of storytelling, and they've been transformed over the years to be recontextualized for generations. And so they're always there. And I'm sure in 100 years people will look back to the story of the Lion King. 100 years, in 1,000 years, people will look back to the story of the Lion King as one of the most influential pieces of mythology of our time. People will look at superheroes as our gods, and
Yeah, that'll be our sagas.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. But fuck Norse
That's
mythology.
kind of sad. That's really sad.
Do you think so?
Well, yeah, because like Disney
Yeah.
being our Disney products being our mythology,
Yeah.
our like imprint on
Yeah. Well, the different
mass influential fiction. It's
Yeah.
cynical.
I can see where you can see that because it's like massive multinational corporations. So I do get that.
Yeah.
But I think the actual storytellers themselves, the Kevin Feige's of the world, the Russo brothers of the world,
Yeah, but you've still got the Disney hand in that pot. It's not like some guy just wrote some story and people liked it.
Even, in ancient times, you had financiers, you had people, you had patrons who would pay for these stories and would probably warp many things.
Well, yeah, but it's not quite on the same scale. Where like Disney are a superpower.
But will that be? But I think it's all relative though. Like the emperors of Greece and Rome
that's true.
were on scale with Disney now, and the question is, will the stories be remembered more than the higher ups? And I
they
optimistically
will be.
like to think that the stories will outlive time, whereas the likes of fucking who's a billionaire anyway, they won't.
Yeah.
So, wow.
This is such a depressing episode.
This is a lovely episode. I actually love this.
See, because last time we spoke about Ghislaine Maxwell's Reddit account.
that was yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell is. Have you looked into this since?
I've not had a chance, but yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell is one of the biggest Redditors on the platform.
I still find that hard to believe. I think it's an alt. I think someone's made an alt.
No, but this has existed for 12 years.
Wait, what? Oh, you didn't tell me that. Or maybe you did, I wasn't paying attention. 12 years?
How are you going to be like the 8th biggest Reddit user in like a week?
Oh yeah, I suppose, good point.
Okay.
Jeez.
So Ghislaine Maxwell, bit of a dodgy woman, right? But
for people
basically...
who don't use reddit.com.
I don't use Reddit that much, right? But there's this Reddit user called Maxwell Hill, right? Already,
right?
Bit of a giveaway.
Yeah.
And they're like a moderator on a bunch of political subreddits, and they've made weird, disgusting fucking posts that align with her views as a nonce.
Okay.
And like, so many things align, like court cases and shit, where she's just dropped off the map. She says her birthday's at the end of December. Ghislaine Maxwell's birthday is at the end of December. Basically, Ghislaine Maxwell has been controlling Reddit fucking iron fist. Right?
That would be wild.
No, but it's true.
I'm not seeing any of the weird noncy shit. I'm seeing a lot of political shit.
Look on like
I'm looking at top all time.
Oh no, it wouldn't be on top all time. But if you
is there a way to find old?
No, I don't know. But anyway, Ghislaine Maxwell. I was looking at a bunch of conspiracy theories the other day. You know, Stevie Wonder can actually see.
No, he
Look,
can't.
it's a harmless one.
No, he can't.
No. Listen.
Yeah.
fucking Shaq spoke about it, right?
Right.
How like he went into a lift once,
Yeah.
and before Stevie Wonder could even look at him, not look at him, but before like he introduced himself, said he was there, he said, "Oh, hello, fucking Shaquille," or whatever, right? And then there's this time where he did a live performance,
Okay.
and the mic stand that he's using goes to fall, and how the fuck's he gonna know? He catches it. And then also, he said in interviews that he like flies planes. How the fuck does a blind man
I
fly
don't
a
think
plane?
he flies planes. I think
He said this himself.
But he probably is assisted when he flies planes.
No, he didn't make any mention of that. But then some other guy, fucking famous guy,
Lionel Richie thinks
was
he
talking
can see
about
as well.
like, what'd you say?
Lionel Richie isn't convinced he's blind either.
It might have been, but like he's not fucking blind. It's an industry secret, mate.
That's so random though. Like, why has he been faking this for? Nah, surely he's a bit blind though.
Well, yeah, I think that's it. I think he might be.
He's just
but it's
not
just been massively.
completely. It's been like a bit over exaggerated because he wears the glasses.
Potentially,
That's so random. Celebrity conspiracy theories.
I found
What
this
else is
big
there?
thread of conspiracy theories on fucking Reddit, and like another one
Yeah.
is that Bill and Hillary Clinton have an open marriage.
That would be really awkward because, well, there was a little bit of controversy at one point with the Clintons. Just a tad.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, there's some head involved.
Oh, as well, people think that Christopher Walken knows whether Natalie Wood's death was an accident or not.
I don't know who Natalie Wood is.
You know Robert Wagner?
No.
Okay, I'm fucking sure this is what Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is based off, because you know Brad Pitt's character was like accused of killing his wife on a boat.
Oh, I know her. I know her face.
Yeah, well, basically, they're on this boat. They're getting high, and Natalie Wood fucking drowns.
Right.
But like people think Robert Wagner might have pushed her. He fucking knows.
Jeez. There's also I found a theory. Britney Spears was on the White House payroll. Every time the Bush administration screwed up, they distracted the sheeple with another Britney Spears scandal.
See, there's so many fucking like stories like this where they think that celebrities will do something that's like so out there and bizarre.
Bob Marley poisoned with cancer by the CIA.
How do you?
I mean, I don't think that's how it works.
To why? To what end?
Just slip it in their drink. That's it. That would be a cool Hitman one.
Injecting someone with cancer.
You've got the one that Tupac's alive, but that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, this is the thing. They were like, there's another thread where it's like, oh, if a celebrity faked their death, because surely one of them has, who do you think it is? People think
Adolf
it's that
Hitler?
fucking comedian. Yeah, famous celebrity Adolf Hitler.
Which
a bunch of
comedian?
Nazis actually did though.
I'd imagine there is a lot of people who have faked their death, or a decent amount of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say I was like, I'm sure there's some celebrity who was probably doing some illegal shit, was on the verge of being caught and faked their death for it,
Sure, yeah.
or
Definitely.
killed someone and said they commit suicide.
A lot of people think Andy Kaufman did.
You've got the Paul McCartney one as well.
Yeah, but do you think that would actually happen? That if Paul McCartney died, that like the fucking manager, their first move would be, let's find someone who looks like him and sounds exactly like him and try and get him to take his
Probably
place.
not. Probably not.
But if you knew someone that looked exactly like him and sounded exactly like him, would you do it?
No, I wouldn't. Well, I don't know. Maybe if I was in that position, that's tough because like if you're in that position where you're the manager of the fucking Beatles, most successful band of all time, like, what do you do? Like, if you have that option, it's like, I feel like that's almost like you can't not take that option.
Yeah, but like, that's such a fucking loose end that won't be tied until he's dead. That is going to be hanging over your head for so long.
I just don't think that anyone would be. I suppose not. People probably would be willing to act as Paul McCartney, but like, I don't know.
Yeah,
John Lennon beat his wife. Also, I kind of do believe the one that Courtney Love killed Kurt Cobain.
What, like she actually killed him?
Nah, maybe not. I think there's some gray area there. I don't think he just fucking blew himself in the mouth. Blew himself.
That's another theory that Marilyn Manson.
Oh,
that
one's fucking been said to death. That maybe that happened.
Yeah, but like, surely there's some repercussion to removing your rib cage.
Nah, I think he only removed a rib or two.
No, but there's got to be some fucking sort of consequence.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
Well, you'd think so, but I mean, he said that he didn't.
Of course, you would say that you didn't.
In his autobiography, he said, "If I'd removed it, I would be too busy sucking my own dick to make music," which is a fair point.
Yeah,
the Eminem one's a good one. The Eminem conspiracy is a good one as well.
Oh, that he died because his nose looks different.
Yeah, well, it's not just because his nose looked different.
I know it's like his jaw and shit, but like people forget he was obese for like a year.
Yeah, it does look very weird. Like, it looks like he changed. Did he? It's so weird though. What color are Eminem's eyes? Right? Because I swear
they were like blue.
I swear, like, depending on the shot, they're blue or brown. And I don't know whether he used to. I feel like he used to wear contact lenses when he first started, when they were fully blue. But yeah, no. I think he got plastic surgery personally, but.
See, that would fuck him up. That would, if it came out that he actually did. I don't think he did.
Well, no, he clearly lost a lot of weight, but I think there's something not right about his nose. That's the thing. There's just his nose just isn't the same as it was, and that's fine, but it's just not.
You know. Yeah. What, so you think he died?
If you look at them, no, I know. I think that Eminem overdosed, went to rehab, lost a lot of weight, and also got plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Because
he might have done, yeah. Because like,
I mean, yeah. There's very few people who can rap the same way Eminem does. And I think Eminem's new music is shit, but I think that's just because he's not on drugs anymore. I don't think it's because he's a different person.
Yeah, that's facts. Anyway, you want to go to the Discord question?
Eminem was so good when he was, overdosing on drugs. What a shame. Why did he have to get his life together? What a dickhead.
Yeah, I know. Relapse. Because Relapse...
Yeah?
Sorry, I think you fucking cut out.
Alright.
Yeah. Relapse was Eminem's best album, I think. Wait, post-drug or pre-drug Eminem? It's got to be pre-drug, isn't it?
Pre-drug Eminem.
But he was always a bit fucking,
What?
He was always on some shit.
Oh, he was always on some shit. Until 06.
Yeah. But, like, I guess it just didn't ruin him before.
No, yeah.
So that's the takeaway from this podcast. Drugs are fine as long as you take them in moderation.
No, drugs are fine as long as you make banging music along with it. It's okay. Anyway, moving on to the Discord questions, which we have already answered, but we will answer again. Thoughts on the Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer?
I've not seen it.
You still not watched it? You still not watched it?
I still don't care about the MCU.
Please.
It's gonna take a lot for after fucking Endgame. It's gonna take a lot. I was there.
I was where you're at, right? And then I saw WandaVision, and when I say that WandaVision is the perfect new age, new wave of the MCU, it is so good. It is so unique. It does not feel anything like a Marvel product. It feels It's character focused. It made me care about Vision, which I never expected. It made me care so much more about Wanda. The side characters are fantastic. The mystery's fantastic. It's a weekly format, which
Kat
is the
Dennings.
best.
I love Kat Dennings' character from Thor: The Dark World.
It's a weekly format, which makes it the best. That's the best way to tell TV. And when I tell you, right, Kat Dennings' character is good. She's funny.
I don't believe you.
No, she's
I refuse. Funny. Nah, you're just on the fucking bandwagon. You're not going to make me like Kat Dennings' character from Thor: The Dark World. That won't happen.
No, she's not like the most important, likable character of all time. She's just a solid side character. I think the problem was that that group of people, Kat Dennings, Natalie Portman, and Chris Hemsworth, combined, didn't have chemistry.
Oh, not at all, no.
But, like, Kat Dennings, she's working with the dude from Ant-Man and the Wasp now in the show, and... Like,
Randall Park, I like him.
It genuinely works. Trust me when I say that.
Yeah, I just don't care about the MCU, and I doubt.
Man, please. Nah, WandaVision, Shang-Chi, what else? Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Those are the things.
I don't care about Doctor Strange.
But that's the thing. Those are the things that are going to make the MCU interesting and different moving forward. You don't care about it. But you don't have past investment in these characters, right?
No, that's not why.
Okay.
It's like, okay, if I get back into the MCU, I know that it's just gonna crash and burn, not crash and burn, but just fucking fizz out.
But you don't know
That's where I was before. You were with me on this, right?
It's not on that track.
That's how the MCU would end.
It is not on that track. Trust me when I say it's not on that track.
I'll watch Falcon and Winter Soldier because I love those characters. But then that'll be it.
No, watch something different. The Falcon Winter Soldier trailer didn't really interest me, right? I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. I'm excited for Falcon Winter Soldier because, like you said, I am invested in the characters. But aside from like the funny therapy scene in the trailer, it just looks like the same that we've seen in Phase 3, and that's fine because that's what the MCU is kind of built on. But what I'm excited for, and what they're establishing in this phase, especially with WandaVision, is that this is going to be different. We're not going to see the same film every year, twice a year. We're going to see different concepts. We're going to see different character dynamics. We're going to see different types of comedy. We're going to see...
I just don't care.
Genuine mysteries.
I wish I did.
I don't understand why you don't. Because I didn't. But then I watched one episode of WandaVision and I was immediately on board.
You know what? I will.
Yeah.
I'll at least start WandaVision. Okay. But the thing is, right?
Yeah.
There was like, because the thing is, because I've been watching the MCU since I was fucking like tiny.
Yeah.
It's always been built, especially when you're a kid. Everything's always leading up to the next big event.
Yeah.
Right. And like the thing is, after Endgame, unless you do like Civil War 2.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that, you're never gonna reach that again, or like it'd be very difficult to do that, and like I just don't have faith that the MCU is ever gonna pull that off again, or that it's gonna. I don't think it'll have a satisfying conclusion whatsoever. That's my worry. So I need to just change my mindset and watch it as an individual show, probably.
I think that's it, because it's character focused. It feels like a Phase 1 film.
Yeah, but the problem is you've got Kat Dennings, you've got Jimmy Woo from fucking Ant-Man and the Wasp. It is linked with other shit, and it's like, if I'm watching these things, I want to have like the full experience. And to do that, I need to watch other things, and it's like.
But no, because it's just characters showing up from other things, but it's not like they play a role in the show. It's not. Just...
No, but this is me. I'll be like, oh, who are you? What's your fucking backstory? Like, I'm not just gonna,
No, but that's the thing. Like, to get the character dynamics and to get the characters, you don't need to watch anything else. That's what I'm saying. Apart from obviously Wanda and Vision, but.
Well, no, this is my thing. All of my favourite franchises have been crushed and fucked in the last few years.
Yeah, you're just...
And I'm happy
you're jaded.
For Endgame to be my last MCU thing.
Fair enough. What's next?
That's going to be my aim.
So you just give up on every franchise?
Well, no, this is everything I love from my childhood has been fucked. We went through this yesterday. Doctor Who, Star Wars, Assassin's Creed, fucking Toy Story.
Things can recover though.
Nah, but it's. I don't. I like The Sopranos. That's it. I like The Sopranos, and that's it. That's the one good show.
But yeah, thoughts on Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer? It's not really doing it for me. I'm just excited to see what it is, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, next up, we have. Oh yeah, Oscar saying, "Talk about It's a Sin." Jack, do you want to explain what It's a Sin is?
Neither of us have seen it. It's a Russell T Davies thing with Murray Gold composing it, so that's cool. It's
is it? Is it Murray Gold composing as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
Did you watch You didn't watch Years and Years last year, did you?
No, I didn't.
Or 2019. That was sick, because that was Russell T Davies and Murray Gold again, and that was cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So what's it called? It's a Sin. Yeah, I think it's free on like the Channel 4 website.
All 4.
So I'm definitely gonna check it out. But
yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Juice Sauce asks, ranking top 5 AC YouTubers. Now, of course, we did this yesterday, so we have
no. But like, this is the thing. I don't know if he means of all time.
Let's do both. Let's do of all time and modern day.
But this is the thing. Presently, there isn't many like AC. There's YouTubers who cover AC, but AC YouTuber now doesn't mean what it did like 3 years ago.
Okay, but a YouTuber that covers AC.
I wouldn't consider that an AC YouTuber.
But
it's a YouTuber that covers AC.
But the only thing that counts as an AC YouTuber to you is the 4 pillars and yourself. And Loomer.
No, I'm not trying to fucking rig this. What I'm saying is that an AC YouTuber isn't like someone who'll cover other things and then talk about AC than other things.
Well, I'm not an AC
to me, don't fucking turn this back on you.
Well, no, I'm not then.
No, okay, genuinely. Jokes aside, you know, you've never been. Fair enough. Like, if we're putting jokes aside, I don't think you ever have been.
Fair enough. Okay, then.
Because, like, you've been... Because this is the thing, you've been, like, lumped in with me, and I very clearly have been, so that's fucked you a bit.
Right, yeah.
I
don't mind. Nothing wrong with being lumped in with the Walshie. That sounded sarcastic, but I mean serious.
That's fine. Anyway, who are your top 5 of all time?
Well, my top 5 right now would be... number 1 would be you. Number 2 would be...
I don't make content, so you...
Nah, you do.
You can't
Number
do
2 would be Tyler. Number 3 would be...
Oh, no, but he's done with... You can't... Come on.
Leo K. Number 4 would be... JV?
Yeah, as of now. And then like Billy.
Unless you... and then myself. I'm happy to put myself there. I'm like, legitimately, I think my Assassin's Creed videos are good. So
you do consider yourself an AC YouTuber?
But no, I have a different... Because I put Tyler in there as well.
Well, yeah, this is what I mean. Okay.
That's the level, like, I think... Okay, so maybe number 4 is Ethan instead then, and number 5... No, Ethan would be higher. Fuck. Anyway, it's confusing. All time is obvious, though. It's number 1, James. Number 2, Ethan. Number 3, George. Number 4, Tyler. Number 5, you. And that's the way it is.
I'd go the same as you, but then Leo K.
That's fair as well. That's fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't believe we actually just did that. Fair enough.
Top 5 AC YouTubers. There you go, Juice Sauce. That one's for you.
You're so welcome.
Lovely. Thoughts on the Mass Effect remaster?
I'm excited for it. It'll be nice to finally be able to experience Mass Effect. I've put it off for so many years. I've never really got into it, apart from fucking Andromeda of all games. So yeah, should be good. I mean, I've never played Mass Effect before, so
yeah.
Should be good. Looks pretty cool. People are getting mad that they're taking ass shots out because people are fucking weird, but yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
See, it's one of those games that's going to be like, oh, that looks like something I might play. Maybe I'll buy that down the line.
Yeah.
But you never get to it. That's what it feels like to me. Because
Okay.
I know
Well, the
it'll be
remaster.
good.
Yeah.
I just have no investment like
Okay,
a
yeah.
lot of people do.
Well, I think that's the thing. I'm just excited because so many people, talk about how great it is, and it'll be nice to finally get around to it. I'll probably stream it or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Juice Source with a third question.
Unbelievable.
Juice.
You're getting banned.
Yeah. Nah, it's alright. He says thoughts on the CD Projekt Red cyber attack issue.
Oh yeah, that was weird. That was really.
It's
fucking
not
weird.
real.
Yeah, well, you don't think
feelings.
it's real, yeah. This was the weirdest, because obviously we did this podcast yesterday, and I didn't know about this, and it was the weirdest thing of all time. So yeah, according to CD Projekt Red themselves on Twitter, they've been hacked. All of their servers have been hacked, and the hacker supposedly left them a little note after taking all their information, according to the company themselves. And this hacker says, "Hello, CD Projekt Red. You have been epically pwned. We have dumped full copies of the source codes from your Perforce server for Cyberpunk 2077, Witcher 3, and Gwent. We have also dumped all of your documents relating to accounting, administration, legal, HR, investor relations, and more. Also, we have encrypted all of your servers, but we understand that you can most likely recover from backups." Which I don't know how they'd understand that. Like, why would they encrypt them if they already knew that you could recover from backups? That's fucking retarded.
It's not real.
If we will not if we will not come to an agreement, then your source codes will be sold or leaked online. Sold or leaked? Just what? Okay. And your documents will be sent to our contacts in gaming journalism. Your public image will go down the shitter even more, and people will see how shitty your company functions, which it does seemingly function pretty shittily. Investors will lose trust in your company, and the stock will dive even lower. You have 48 hours to contact us. It's kind of cringe.
Yeah, that is very cringe. That was written by a fucking Disney Channel exec. That's their idea of what a hacker is. Yeah. Nah.
If it is real, sucks for the devs. Doesn't seem like it is though. I don't know. I don't know why they do this, right? First
why
of all,
would they publicise it?
Because they want to be like, oh, we're not gonna give in because we're a quirky, different company and we are good, because they're trying to recover their public image. But also, if it is fake, that's the weirdest shit to do. It's so strange. It's so strange. And if they actually have been hacked, I mean, lol. I mean,
no, not lol.
I mean, the accounting, administration, legal, and HR stuff sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. Scarab, or Shaojun is my queen.
Yeah.
Says top 5 AC database entries, and also thoughts on potential RDR1 remaster or remake. Now,
I already know you have a big old rant about the database entries.
Yeah, listen, I fucking love the database, and there is 2 that I want to talk about, right? Number 1, Alvis, okay?
Alvis Di Villano.
Yes, yeah, because we spoke about this yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying the same fucking thing again.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to Venice in Assassin's Creed 2, I was always hyped to get to this bit when I was a fucking kid, because I always liked to read his database. And, like, just this fucking guy, right, who doesn't need to be anything. He doesn't need to have a palpable personality or backstory. All he needs to be is a tool to guide you around Venice. But then you look at his fucking database, and it goes into, like, his time out in the fucking war. Some Italian fucking war, I don't know, is in the military. And, like, his problems with drinking and shit. And just this fucking guy, it's like that's the thing. Who cares? You wouldn't care if you didn't know how this guy died. But, like, they just want to give you that detail anyway.
Yeah.
Databases.
So much detail to those databases in AC2.
Yeah, it's a great way of giving you additional context, which bolsters otherwise meaningless or otherwise one-dimensional characters like Dante fucking Morrow.
That's the other
Me
one,
and you
yeah.
both love this one, where his wife, Carlotta, gets fucking... he gets stamped in the fucking head, and he's basically a child, and he's a tool. And it's like, you sympathise with Dante fucking... You wouldn't care about Dante otherwise.
And then it makes his little, like... Because obviously, he doesn't show off that much in cutscenes or anything, but it makes the little interactions that he has mean so much more, because you understand his character, you understand who he is as a person. Because you have this backstory to him. Which I think is...
Yeah.
I mean, that applies to especially the conspirators and, like, the other... Templars in Assassin's Creed 2. I mean, the video databases with Sean talking over them are just chef's kiss. But
yeah.
But at the same time, they also add so much, because whilst the Templars in AC2 are quite fleshed out, you can see who they are. It just adds so much more to their character. It adds a dimension, like Jacopo and Francesco's relationship, and that entire like family feud. How Emilio has had an effect on the city, Carlo Grimaldi and his lust for power. It's all so detailed, and they didn't have to include it. That's one of the biggest things. Like, not only with the characters, but also with just general like historical things. I learned so much about Renaissance Italy just from reading through the databases, because I just found I found it so I found the historical setting so interesting, such an interesting part, because they like everything outside of the Assassin Templar conflict was essentially perfectly like historical, and that was always so cool to me. Like, even before the databases existed in AC1, like the way the cities were crafted in AC1, it was like, I don't know, it's just so fucking interesting, you know? And it was always niche things. It was always like little things. It was never like I think that's why when it came to like the American Revolution and things like that, it became less prevalent, because so many of the things, like the Battle of Bunker Hill, so many people, especially Americans, know what the Battle of Bunker Hill is. You don't need to explain that, you know?
Yeah.
So, and like the French Revolution, the storming of the Bastille. Everyone knows what the storming of the Bastille is. What they might not know is the background of how, I can't even think of an example right now, but the background of the Duomo, you know?
Yeah.
Or how Lorenzo de Medici had an effect on Florence. Mm-hmm. It's anyway.
Yeah, totally. It's just that bit of context that just makes the world feel so much more alive and fleshed and real as well. Yeah,
exactly. And my favourite personally is the Conspirators one, just because it's got a lot of Sean Hastings making fun
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's I know it's a meme question, but it's actually like something cool to talk about. It's a little detail.
Yeah, I fucking love databases.
Is it Sarib or Sarib?
Sarib.
Anyway, Sarib. Sarib also says, thoughts on potential Red Dead 1 remaster/remake? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Red Dead 2 engine. Combine the games. Make it a definitive edition. Make it $200 and I'll buy it. Make it $500 and I will buy it.
Well, that's the thing. Is Red Dead 2 leads so nicely into Red Dead 1. Where like playing perfectly. Them. If it wasn't for like Red Dead 1 being on like playing so differently and looking so different, you could play them fucking seamlessly.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
like
it doesn't even look particularly different.
That'd be fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we need. A remake. Not a remaster, a remake. On the Red Dead 2 engine.
Bundle them together.
Oh, that would be so nice. And then people could stop talking about John's hair.
Oh my fucking
still
god!
Can't believe
I don't care.
That was an argument people had.
Yeah.
Luke, next up. Luke, aka Podolsky, says, not really a gaming question, but I'm curious what music Joe and Jack listen to. Before we get into this, don't feel like you need to ask us gaming questions. You can ask us any questions. I mean, we had a big philosophy rant earlier on. If it's
ask us philosophy questions.
Film,
that'll
music,
be cool.
You know, whatever it is, feel free to ask us. But Jack, what type of music do you listen to? I know that's a vague question, but
I've been listening to Weezer recently because, like, I can't suppress the 14-year-old fascist inside of me. So, yeah, that's cool.
You can't. It's like an inner demon. You're like
exactly.
You're like Mr. Negative. You hear a Weezer song and you just turn inside out and start fucking seek hailing.
Yeah. Music.
Fair
I like
enough.
music.
I mean, I have a very varied music choice. Not to sound fucking pretentious, but like
you can't say that without sounding pretentious.
I know that's
I'm
the
not like other people. I listen to 3 genres of music. I know it's more.
No, I literally I don't care what genre of music it is. If it's good, then I'll listen to it. I guess my top 3 would probably be like film scores, indie rock / country, not country, but like basically John Mayer, and then and then like
there you go.
Metal solid. Only system.
Sorry, I just tried to cut you off.
What are your thoughts on metal?
I've not listened to metal very much.
Fair enough.
But like,
I'd say listen to System of a Down if you get a chance.
Well, yeah, because metal as well is so broad of a genre that like it's hard to just comment on metal.
There's like screamo and all that. Like
screamo I don't like.
Yeah, nah, me neither. But yeah, I feel like it's hard to kind of genres now are way more vague than they used to be. Like every genre has like 1,000 subgenres of it. You know?
Yeah, and that's cool.
It's like I like indie, punk, pop rock. It's
Yeah.
like, what does that mean?
Javi asks the top 10 loading screens of all time.
Real quick before we get into that, if you want to ask us any more music questions, feel free, but make them a bit more specific. Top loading screens of all time. Is it?
It is Assassin's Creed.
It's.
We're
loading.
not meant to say it, but it is Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Arkham is nice, and God of War, the seamless ones. Big fan of those, but yeah. I mean, I don't really pay attention to loading screens. Like as soon as a loading screen comes up, I just stop. Like my mind just blanks them out, so I can't even think of them. You know?
Do you remember when people said there would be no loading screens on next gen, but there just is?
And then there's just there is on some games. It's stupid because it's like there was those it's the same as like when the Xbox One and PS4 came out, and it was like, oh yeah, every game will run 1080p 60 FPS no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's like those metrics that are promised apply to games from last gen, you know? So like
exactly.
God of War 2018, Spider-Man PS5, cross-gen games, those don't have any loading screens. But as games continue to progress, as you know, games get full ray tracing, and as games get, you know, even more stuff in them, it's going to be tougher to not have loading screens. So loading screens, I think, will always be a thing. As games get better,
it's going to take more to fucking
exactly.
There you go.
So yeah, that's a random one. My favorite question here, though, we'll get back to them in a second. But my favorite question here, speaking of loading screens, comes from Aditya, who says the most memorable title screen from a video game. Title screens slap. Title screens are so important, so underratedly important.
What do you mean? Title screens are literally just advertisements for a game's microtransactions. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you do make a good point. Yeah, that's the best. I think that's the best when they're copied and pasted over like multiple games. It's always really distinguishes the atmosphere. Title screens are so important for creating an atmosphere in a game. Creating
Halo Reach.
And
LA Noire.
Okay.
Halo
3.
Reach, LA Noire.
Halo 3, I think, is slightly better than Halo Reach, but fair enough.
Halo Reach is better than Halo 3.
No, I think Halo Reach is a better game. I prefer Halo Reach, the game. But the title screen, I think Halo 3 is
No, that's a bit of a hot... I don't know if it's a hot take, but, like, there's debate. It's like AC2 and AC Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Or it's like a contentious thing amongst Halo fans.
I think the Reach one is just personal to me, just because I played it more. That's the only reason.
Yeah, that's probably me too. I haven't played either in years, so I don't know.
But LA Noire is another great show. The way that sets the atmosphere straight away, like the music, and you've got the fucking dingy alley. So
it's so fucking good.
For me, my personal favorite is The Last of Us 1.
Yeah,
the
it's
window,
fucking great.
The curtains, the knife, the simplicity. It's chef's kiss again. But yeah, moving back up a little bit though. TGK asks about Jack's journey into the Yakuza franchise. Of course, TGK would ask about Yakuza.
Yeah, man. Yakuza's fucking sick. Joe, when are you gonna play Yakuza?
Oh, when I finish playing every other game. All of them. I'm playing all of the games.
Okay. I've not played many Yakuza games. I played Yakuza 0 because it was on sale like this time 3 years ago.
Right.
Then I played 6 when it came out. 6 was like the most underrated game of 2018. It's fucking great. Then I played Kiwami also.
It still doesn't feel like there's like that many Yakuza games. It feels like it's a small franchise, but yeah,
there's a bunch of fucking side. There's one where they're all like zombies or some shit.
All right, okay.
It's fucking wild. It is great though.
Yakuza Melody of Memory.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts is dumb.
Right. Nice one.
Like
nice one, chap.
Moving on from there though, Patty asks another question for the man Jack. Why do you not like John Mayer? This is a question I have as well.
Because John Mayer's a bitch, bro.
He's not a bitch. I don't like this. This is your worst take.
I'm definitely not saying this because it makes you and everyone else irrationally angry.
Because you're wrong, okay? You're objectively wrong.
No, all he does is just fucking whinge.
He has some
It's every
sad
song.
Songs, and
He's made a career of just whining about Taylor Swift. I don't fucking care, man.
Nah, you've got other songs. You've got The Heart of Life. You've got fucking.
I don't know this.
You've got songs that aren't sad and lovey-dovey.
No, but it's not that I care about. He just moans all the time. And he sounds like some fucking... He sounds like he's on some, like, early 2000s Christian prog rock. That's what it sounds
well,
like.
to be fair, that's not... that's not... All, it wasn't quite prog rock, but... Early 2000s.
Yeah, he's just shit.
He's not. He's a beautiful man.
I'm definitely not saying this because I know it'll get a visceral fucking reaction.
Yeah.
It's...
We all know
in honesty though, I just couldn't get into it. I tried. The sound's just not for me, to be honest.
Fair enough.
But I don't want to hear about him. It's all the time on fucking Twitter. I don't care. I'm gonna mute the words John Mayer. I don't care. John Mayer. I don't care.
John Mayer. He's the best artist of all time.
He's not.
Moving on from there, Ben the Lioness Charmer says. Cass Anvar do be looking sus, which I don't know if that's quite right. Cass Anvar.
Oh yeah, this guy raped someone. That's a bit sus. What do you mean? Among Us has had such a negative effect on society.
When the imposter
that game has put us back 5 years.
Yeah, it's
fucking stupid.
Fair enough, but his actual question is, and it's strangely vague. What is your favorite video game weapon? Mine's either the Halo CE Magnum or the Hidden B8 in Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
The Spadone.
No, just an AC. Have fun spicing, gamers. Stop saying that. I swear he says that every week.
Yeah, he does. Listen, this is my thing. I don't care about many weapons in games, but it's the notched Cinquader from Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait. I've got to ask, right? I know we're talking about Assassin's Creed, but that's what we do. You know in Brotherhood, when you're riding through Montergione when it's collapsing, and you're losing all the equipment, right?
Yeah.
I have that equipment memorized, and before I finish Assassin's Creed 2 every time, I need to get that equipment
buy it.
So that it can be continuous. Do you do the same thing?
Well, no, but I do it anyway.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
I don't know if it's because of that subconsciously. Like, that's why I could never... Like, you need to get the Armour of Altair,
Yeah.
because it's... How annoying is that to finish the game in Giovanni's robes, then you see the flashbacks, Ezio's in them, and you start the game... It's fucking... No, you can't do it. And as well, Ezio just needs to do that. Like, it's
exactly.
He needs to.
It's but yeah, the Notch Cinqueda is a good choice. Solid choice.
Fucking classic. Love that weapon.
I can't believe they picked the Milanese sword in Odyssey instead of the fucking Spadone.
This is such a fucking stupid conversation.
I know. Well, it's a stupid question. No offense, Ben. I love you.
No, it's not bad. There's just not many game weapons I can think of.
No, it's just it's tough because there's only a few truly iconic ones, and some of them are just like pistols. Like you've got Lara Croft and Agent 47's pistols.
No, the silver ballers are different.
Are they?
Yes.
But they're pistols.
No, silver ballers are fucking different.
I mean, they are
That's
iconic,
not the
and
same.
I love them. But
Best video game gun, silver ballers from Hitman.
fair enough. Also, Kratos' big old blades. Best weapon. So much better than the Leviathan axe. Okay, the Leviathan axe is cool, but it's overrated, right? The blades are so much better.
I prefer the axe.
No.
I think it's more subtle.
More subtle. I guess. Well, it is more
Well,
subtle.
yeah, because you've got two
boring.
big fire swords,
Ooh, let me
and
just
it's
swing
like,
about this slow ice axe instead of
how
flinging
good
around,
does it feel to swing about though? It's nice.
flinging around chained iconic fire blades.
No, that's the child's option. The axe is the sophisticated man's
of
option.
course, says the Sonic player.
It's,
In all
yeah,
reality,
says the
though,
fucking Sonic player.
In all reality,
You
though,
you
the
play
Hidden Blade is the best
Pokemon.
weapon.
Sorry, it's always going to come back to Sonic versus Pokemon.
That's what we do here.
Sonic
Blade's
is the more adult franchise, I think.
Sorry, what?
Sonic is the more adult franchise.
Well, if you look at 4chan, it's definitely the more adult franchise.
Oh, that's a low blow. Hey, man. That's not in the Sonic canon. Like, Pokemon has a weird fucking fan base as well, though.
Yeah, I don't think it's as weird. But then again, I think it's also a lot... Maybe... No, it is a lot bigger, I think. So, like, there's more outliers, you know?
What? The Pokemon fan base is bigger?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Nah, it is.
No, it's not.
Jack.
It's not.
Pokemon. Pokemon Go. People are buying Pokemon cards for 200 grand.
Yeah, because they're fucking stupid. The Pokemon fan base is... That's...
It's so funny
You
that we
will
argue
never
over
get
this.
that with Sonic.
And it's so funny that we argue over this after discussing Chris Chan for like 4 weeks, considering he combined the two.
Yeah, no, Christian's the you've got, on one end of the spectrum you've got me, the other you, and in the middle Christian.
Yeah. And we're all autistic. Moving on from there though, we've got James 1570 asking thoughts on the CDPR data breach and reports on a The Witcher 3 PS5 and Series X remaster. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, that would be fucking cool, and like, because that actually is coming out, and so that makes... Are you going to wait for that to play
Yeah,
it?
well, yeah, I'll wait for it now. But
Yeah.
part of me feels like they should wait a bit longer. Like,
Right.
if you think back to like the Xbox One and PS4 release, we had some immediate remasters, like GTA 5 and The Last of Us, right? But that's because those games came out like a year before. The other games that were remastered, they waited like 4 or 5 years into the cycle so they could truly come to terms with the hardware. And I'm worried that everyone's just rushing to make remasters of every single game immediately. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, it's been 6 years.
It has been 6 years. But it's just the fact that the consoles just came out. Like, give the consoles some time
that is true.
to breathe and stand by themselves before you start bringing back all those games. That's all I'm thinking. But no, I'll play it. But
Yeah, we'll see what it's like.
Yeah, speaking
The
of
next,
next gen games, Jas
yeah,
Nota asks, seeming as Joe, seeing as Joe, I think he meant to say, has finally
yeah.
played through God of War. What are y'all's expectation for God of War 5? Well, I don't even want to hear your expectation. You're just gonna be mean.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's an upside. That's better.
I
than
mean,
expected.
what are your? Because like this is the thing. I'm not massively into God of War, so like,
Yeah.
I do just think. What about you?
I think it's going to be another one of the best games of all time.
Oh, shit, get off.
Obviously,
Stop.
they set up the Greek, the Norse pantheon of gods, to be like the antagonist. You know, you got Freya, who's a bit pissed, and
Yeah,
spoilers. Thor shows up at a post credit scene. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Sure, it'll be more of a challenge. We'll see Atreus growing up a little bit, which will be nice. Hopefully, we'll see some more more character development. The whole Loki twist will be explained a little bit more, and I kind of just expect it to be another fantastic game though. I do hope that there's a change in the world a little bit. I like the world of God of War 2018, but I'm worried they're just going to copy and paste it a little bit, you know? Because like if it's still set in the Norse mythology type thing, then we'll still have Athelheim and Niflheim and Helheim and all that.
Well,
And I just worry that could maybe get a little bit stale.
they need to. They need to change the way they do exploration, I think.
That's fair.
Because
I felt that the exploration was very much like it was. I maybe saw one or two side missions in my natural journey through the world, and I think if you want people to engage in the side content properly, you need to like make it present.
They need more engagement, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Fuck's sake. But yeah, no, God of War 5 gonna be splendiferous.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. 8 out of 10.
And finally, luckily we're re-recording this podcast because we did get one more question this morning from one Brandon G, who I've never seen in the Discord. He's new to Discord. Shout out to Brandon G. Hello, welcome. He asks, and this is really interesting. I actually really like this question as well. If you could go back to a specific year and only play games and watch movies from that year forever, what year would you choose? Oh, that's tough.
2010.
Oh, maybe it's not. 2010.
Nah, it's okay. Games, like I don't know about films.
Yeah.
Is it films and games?
Yeah, films, games. I think it means like films, games, music. You can only listen to that.
Okay.
Oh, Titanic 2 came out in 2010. That's not a joke.
Okay, right. Wait, fucking Inside Job came out in 2010?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm happy with 2010.
Okay. What games is that then? Brotherhood?
Yeah, you've got Brotherhood, Mario Galaxy 2, and Red Dead Redemption. 3 of the best games ever made.
And Black Ops, and Fallout New Vegas, and Halo Reach.
Yeah, it is the best year for games.
And
Films,
Bioshock 2. Oh.
Yeah. You've got Shutter Island, that's great. 127 hours is pretty good.
Yeah.
Inside Job's cool. Inception. And obviously Toy Story 3 is the main one for me.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, what about you?
Oh, damn. Fuck, Mafia 2 came out as well.
Yeah.
Force Unleashed 2. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Well, I'm not... fuck, why have you taken 2010?
Wait, no, you could also have 2010.
Nah, I can't. I've decided that we can only have one each.
Right.
That's my decision right now. Oh, man. Okay. So, the options in my head right now, right, are 2018. Which is a bit sauce. Not not like that. Right? 2018, 2009, and 2000. What else is there? Yeah, I can't think of any other ones. I think it's 2009 for me. If I can't, I think 2010 is the perfect choice, but I think 2009 is the one for me. You've got Arkham Asylum, Uncharted 2, AC2, Left 4 Dead 2, Borderlands 3,
Modern Warfare 2.
You've got New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which slapped. You've got The Sims 3, which I could play I could play a lot, so that's ideal. You've got the GTA 4 DLCs, which I think are better than the game of GTA 4. X-Men Origins Wolverine, the game, which is of course fantastic.
It's not even that bad.
No, that's. I wasn't being sarcastic. It's great.
It's
way better than the film. But then film-wise, like I'm maybe not 2009 because the films just aren't there. Like,
hold on, let me.
Inglourious Bastards is solid. Well, not solid. It's fantastic.
Oh, you've got Gamer.
That's true. You've got Gamer 2009.
Didn't the fucking Stepfather remake come out in 2009?
You've got Avatar as well.
2009
would be my pick for games. Other than you just got the best year, haven't you?
Yeah, easy choice.
Yeah, 2018 films also are a bit rough.
Yeah, the Stepfather remake was 2009. That is a shit film.
2011 maybe.
Yeah.
Again, like, there just isn't much. I mean, the problem is, right? If I go to pick separately, my pick for films would be 1994 without a doubt. But like, there's no games that came out in 1994 that I can play. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I suppose so.
1984 was a banging year for films.
Yeah, you got fucking Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction, The Lion King in the same year.
Lion King, yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking mad. What else come out?
Speed with Keanu Reeves. The Mask.
Oh yeah, that's a sick film.
My Girl. You've got literally every different genre. Dumb and Dumber. Like, you've got everything. There's nothing's off limits there. Damn, that was a tough question, but yeah, I'd pick
Usual Suspects as well. Fucking hell.
If I'm allowed to pick 2010, I'd pick that as well.
Yeah, there you go.
Damn. Good questions today. Good job, guys.
Oh, Naked Gun 33 and a third. Yeah, what a year.
If you're not in the Nest Discord, make sure to join it. The link is always in the description. Yeah, and just look out for posts. We ask to get topics, and they were banging today for the most part, except from the one that said Cass Anvar is a bit sus. That was off. That was less than ideal.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, also someone said that Boris Johnson was a wet wipe. That happened this week. And it was very funny. The UK, when the government fucks up, just calls their prime minister funny names, and then you've got France, which just burns their city to the ground.
Yeah, I think we should do that, to be honest.
Yeah, but then we'd be similar to the French, and I don't want to be a paedophile, so.
Yeah, it's a rough line we straddle.
It's a double-edged sword. Like, on one side you can you can let your government fuck you over. On the other side, someone else got arrested for making a tweet in Scotland the other day.
Yeah, I know, your country fucking sucks, bro.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It
was about Tom Moore, wasn't it?
Infuriated me. Yeah, it fucking infuriated me. Now the tweet itself, dick move, mean, right? Mean, not.
Yeah, but you don't arrest someone for being mean. Yeah, well, Nicholas Sturgeon.
That's exactly what it is, because it's literally just fucking mean. All he said was because the guy was a proper Scottish nationalist, like a fucking only speaks Gaelic type Scottish nationalist, and he was like, "Fuck's sake, why are you calling me? London, England is calling me. Nice." And he was like, "The only good British soldier is one in the ground. Burn, you old fucker, burn." Right? And yes, that's terrible, right? That's a terrible thing to say about him. And obviously, because he was so beloved up and down the country, that's going to come with backlash. But even under the SNP's own shitty speech laws, like, it's not hate speech, right? It's not an incitement to violence. It's not anything. It's just mean. And then the fucking Lanark police, because the dude's from Lanarkshire, and the Lanark police tweeted out like the exact time and date of his court hearing, because well, when they do that, what it means is, hey, journalists, hey, press, come and come and get this guy fucking cancelled, basically.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb.
It's honestly the state of affairs, and fucking maybe I'll get arrested for talking out against the government. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, we're at that point. We're unironically at the point where people in my country have been arrested for essentially calling out Nicola Sturgeon. Someone compared her to Hitler once, a few months ago. I think we talked about it. Someone compared Nicola Sturgeon to Hitler, and he was arrested for it. He was fucking arrested for it. Like, it's and that's the thing. What they'll do is they'll take these cases where like someone's loved like Tom Moore, right? And like, how can you hate Tom Moore? He's just an old veteran who's doing laps for the NHS. How can you hate that man, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, he said something mean about him, so we can arrest him and there won't be any public backlash because everyone will be mad at him, right? Or like if someone says something racist, for example, they'll be like, oh, yeah, of course. Like, no one's going to speak out against that because it comes across right. But then it becomes less and less like justified, over time.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Is it such loose grounds to arrest? Like, even if it was right, that's so easy to bend.
Yeah, because because you can see it now happening with this case. Like, it started off these speech laws were like, oh yeah, if you're racist or if you call if you fucking incite violence or something, then you're arrested. And now it's like, well, they're trying to pass a law that would make misogyny a crime. It wouldn't make misandry a crime, just misogyny.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, so if you're sexist, then it's a crime. And then with this case, it's literally just you're mean and it's a crime. So it's getting
fucking ludicrous.
It's getting less and less extreme. The cases where people are being arrested for speech, and it's.
But that's the thing, is it already has been bent to serve, the government, as you say.
Exactly.
Where this guy who was just speaking out about Nicola Sturgeon has been arrested for that.
Yeah.
That's fucking dumb.
It's
a honestly, lost cause, mate.
Honestly, I love my country, and I want to see the best for my country, but I fucking despise my government at the moment. Right? Yeah. And it's so frustrating because it doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon because there's no quality opposition. The Tories are fucking wank. Labour thinks Twitter is real life. And the Greens are just there. So it's like there's no opposition. And
yeah.
And the problem with the speech laws as well is that passing a law is far easier than getting rid of a law. Getting rid of a law is very, very difficult.
Right.
It's honestly, I could rant about the state of my country, and it's such a shame because I want to see the best for my country, but there's no option to vote for that would see that.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It
sucks.
Bit of an owl, really. Rishi,
it is.
Fucking what's Nicola Sturgeon acting sus.
It's more Hamza Yusuf, to be fair.
Yeah. I just move south, mate.
They are that's not going to solve anything.
Yeah, literally, just the best thing now.
Your one isn't exactly ideal either.
Yeah, nah, just get this whole island is just shit. Yeah. It's not good, is it?
We have authoritarians, but at least we get fed.
Oh, that's a fucking low blow. Yeah, but then again, I
we're in
would
this
rather.
together. We're two AC YouTubers
Yeah.
in this together against the government. We're taking the fight to the government in a post-Brexit London.
Yeah. Let's go. Anyway, I'm about to fucking fall asleep.
Perfect. This time when you fall asleep, don't delete the footage. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of the Eagles Call podcast. It was actually probably my favorite, even though it was a re-recording. It's probably the favorite one we've done. I don't know about you, Jack.
Really?
I've absolutely.
I've been
loved it.
shattered this whole time, so I don't know what the fuck's happened.
Fair enough.
I
Listen
hope
to
it was
later.
good.
I think it was very good. Yeah, I'm still sad about Assassin's Creed, but I'm happy we can talk about it.
I
So,
think
yeah,
our best was the last one, where we had some good laughs that time.
But one, yeah, you're right. But they keep getting better. I think they keep getting better.
Yeah, I need to,
Which is
become
lovely to
awake, and then
it's
that'll
all
be
good.
epic. Alright.
It is what it is. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit like if you did enjoy, or if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, give us 5 stars. You know what to do. If you want to see more of the Eagles Call, make sure to subscribe as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Much love. Jack, any closing statements?
Nah, that's it. Thanks for tuning in, boys. I'll see you next week.
Much love.
Good night, lads.
Much love. Don't buy Assassin's Creed Valhalla Microtransactions.
Don't buy Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's fucking dog.